The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus to read for minutes, published on the 26th of November 2020, updated on the 26th of November 2020. The early 2000s are the time of the rise of the global movie industry. Gladiator, Mind Games, The Docs and many others are being filmed. Undoubtedly, Mind Games takes a special place. This is a movie in which Russell Crowe superbly played a brilliant schizophrenic mathematician. The movie is based on the book by Sylvia Nazar. An excerpt from it was published in the famous American magazine Vanity Fair. There it was first read by producer B. Grazer and bought the rights to make the movie. The director, after much consultation, became Ron Howard. The shooting did not begin immediately, as the director was not satisfied with the schedule of the process. In addition to the director, a scriptwriter was also needed. Goldsman, who worked a lot with the mentally ill, as he developed methods of curing them, volunteered. It was he who came up with the move, in which visually for a long time cannot realize that next to Nash, fictional characters. For example, a roommate's niece. Either the CIA agent looks very convincing for a long time. This is done so that the viewer can feel himself in Nash's place. During filming, a very complex makeup was applied, helping the hero to age. Silicone overlays, dentures. Also that in old age Russell Crowe became similar to the prototype of the main character. What is the movie? Mind Games. The movie is biographical. It tells about the life of Nobel laureate in the field of economics John Nash. Accordingly, in the movie, the hero's name is the same. A withdrawn genius student studies at Princeton University. There he is unfriendly, however, he starts a relationship with his roommate. The latter has a niece. Then the talented scientist begins to teach at the Massachusetts Technological University. He is still withdrawn, like all geniuses, but pays attention to a student named Alicia. Their sympathy becomes mutual, the relationship develops, and young people get married. Soon a CIA agent comes to Nash, offering to work for a special unit. He is given the task of analyzing information from open sources, because it encrypts some important information. And Nash's task is to decipher this information. This data is shared by real enemies of the United States. This data is inaccessible to the general public. But Nash is so brilliant that his analytical skills are indispensable. He leaves the results of his research in his mailbox. On one of these visits, he is attacked by conspirators. But later it turns out that all the important work is fiction. Alicia is shocked by an unpleasant discovery: her husband has schizophrenia. Once he almost drowned his young daughter in the bathtub, carried away by a new assignment from a CIA agent. For a long time Nash is away from work at the university, is treated. Alicia helps him in every way possible. Then he returns to work and real research. For discoveries in game theory, he receives the Nobel Prize. And during the award ceremony he thanks his wife for her support. What is the meaning of the finale of the movie, Mind Games? Shortly before the awarding of the Nobel Prize, the professor is given pens by his colleagues. This is a recognition of the genius of the scientist. John Nash is very happy, and the moment itself in the movie looks very touching. When the hero himself accepts his schizophrenia, he learns to live with it. He realizes that over the years, his friend's niece does not grow up, she is still as small as ever, but the friend himself does not age. It's the same with the CIA agent, he doesn't change in any way. During the award ceremony, he thanks his wife for her support. When he leaves, he sees that his imaginary friends have come to congratulate him. He sees them, but tries not to pay attention to them, not to talk to them. He realizes that these people are figments of his imagination. Nash learned with age to coexist with his hallucinations, and they ceased to bring him harm. Of course, a big role was played by the support of his wife, who did not abandon him in the most difficult period of life, but supported him, helped treatment, taught him to live with this disease, not bringing harm to others, but only benefit. After all, the scientist was always looking for unusual solutions to the most complex equations, teaching this student. He figured out the games of his own mind and was able to survive, become a recognized scientist and Nobel laureate. Admin